When you are in your camera room or you're out on location and you're photographing and you want to sell for product, it is a different mindset than selling for somebody or photographing for somebody who's just going to sell files.
Matt, you talk to people, clients every day about that, right?
Yes.
Like they have good images, but they're maybe not quite thinking of how they're actually going to sell that image while they're shooting it or before they shot it,
Yep,
right?
Exactly. And if you have the same pose photographed with a big smile, a soft smile, a serious, a looking down, okay, those are 4 different images, but if the subject never moved, chances are if it comes down to it and somebody says, ooh, I like those images, but I don't need all 4 of them, I can get by with 1. So now you've had to eliminate 75% of your saleable images and now you're left with 1 thing, okay? So as you are doing your sessions, you have to start there, thinking about how you can diversify, how you can grow all those images to create these products. Because in an album, 35, 50, 60, 70 images, depending on how you photograph, especially with a high school senior or a children's session or an interactive family session, you're going to need some images in there. So I have a little bit of homework for all of you, and this is going to be completely aside from product-based, but my history and my career was in portrait photography. And I still do it to this day. I'm over 20 years in, and I constantly think of what I need to complete that album, to complete that image box, to complete the wall grouping, the collage, whatever that is. I want to sell in multiples. I want people to have that big group of images at the end that always magically ends up at the same number, so I know that I have enough there to sell people. I want to give you a challenge, but I can tell Kristina wants to pop in here.
No, I'm curious to know. So when you say, I know you've been in this for a long time, and you talk to clients, top clients every day about it. So when you say that, like, you already know what products you're going to sell them. And then if you don't sell it, that stinks, right? But you already have in your mind, you're going to sell them a wall grouping, an album. Like, you already have your products pre-picked out and how you're going to sell them before you even photograph it, before they step in the door.
Absolutely. And it may not be completely specific, like I'm going to sell them this grouping of 5 with this size, this size, this size, and this size. But I know that they are going to go out my door with a wall grouping. That is the goal. I know that I'm in the last 7 to 10 minutes of my sales session, I'm going to add on an album 83% of the time. I just know that it's going to happen. So when I'm going into these sessions, I just know that I have to get a certain depth in product to get there. So I do have a little homework for you. And it's a fun challenge. It's something that I talk to people about doing a lot. So, and it doesn't have to be a model. It doesn't have to be a client. It can be a family member or a friend or whatever. If you're not sure about how to think in multiple images and shoot for products, what you do is you take a person and you pose them one way and you don't move them.
Which is opposite what you said earlier, though, right?
No. No. So you don't move them.
Okay.
But what you're going to do is you're going to challenge yourself within that same pose to see how many saleable images you can get from that without ever moving that body.
When you say images, it could be products, or how many wall portraits you could sell from one image.
Yep. So let's just say that your most popular collage is, it has 9 images in it. Okay. So, let's just take a boudoir client or a high school senior. Okay. So you put that client into one pose. Okay. You can change your light. You can change your angle, you can move around, you can do whatever you want to do, but that subject shall not move except for breathing.
Okay.
And I've told them that before, you are not allowed to do anything except for breathe right now.
Okay.
Okay. It's a really good challenge because if you take that person, maybe right now, if you are maybe newer to photography, or maybe you're at the place where you've been doing it for a long time and you're stuck in a little bit of a rut. Mm-hmm. It's a hard exercise. So you think of a person that's posed, whether they're standing up, sitting down, laying down, doesn't make any difference at all of the pose. You have, right off the top of my head, you've got a half length, you've got a 3/4 length, you've got a full length. You have many areas you can do close-ups from. You can change your angle. Simply going from my height to on a knee changes the angle completely. It gives you a completely different perspective. Think about doing that and see how many saleable images that you can create from that. And could you challenge yourself to do if a 9-up collage is your most popular thing, can you get 9 distinctly different images from that person that never moved?
Hey everyone, thanks for checking out White House Custom Color on YouTube. Don't forget to check the description below for more information, and also smash that subscribe button for more exclusive content from White House Custom Color.